Hello, this is Dr. Jeff Craig, Superintendent for the West Aurora School District, and today we're bringing you our final board recaps for the summer. That includes our one summer board meeting in July and then our two in August. So let's start with our July 11 board meeting. We began with the public hearing regarding the district's American Rescue Plan, ARP, and the Elementary and Secondary Emergency Relief ESSER 3 spending plan. Angie Smith, Assistant Superintendent of Operations, presented the ESSER 3 budget and how the district will spend the $26.9 million allocation over the next 2 school years. Categories of spending will include clean and healthy learning environments, increased parent and student engagement, and addressing learning loss. In our consent agenda under the personnel report, the board approved 3 district administrative roles. Catherine Renz was approved as the assistant principal at Greenman Elementary School. Regina Coyle was approved as the assistant principal of operations at Washington Middle School. And Kyle Freise was approved as the director of technology support services. Now moving to our August board meeting, August 1, under the consent agenda and in the personnel report, the board approved 2 district administrative roles. Justin McIntosh was approved as the assistant principal of Goodwin Elementary, and Phil Zellman was approved as the assistant principal of operations at Herget Middle School. In our information section, Angie Smith presented an overview on the successes and challenges of our programs and engagement. Last year, as a district, we began waiving camp fees, which led to a total of 2,217 camp registrations this past summer. The board also discussed the challenges of our swimming and diving programs that they have faced in concerning facility usage. We continue to try and work on an agreement with IMSA to use their pool facility, and we are also looking at other options. Marty Nearing, our Executive Director of Student and Family Services, and Dr. Michael Smith, our Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, they presented updates to the board policies 5.120 and 4.165. These address grooming and child sexual abuse. These updates will also be provided to parents through the student handbook. Ana Gonzalez, our Director of Community Affairs, highlighted several back-to-school events, including our Back to the Books fair for students and families. Now let's move to our August 15 board meeting. Those who make a difference. The board recognized cities and schools for their help in brainstorming and partnering to supply backpacks and supplies to our community's families. These were given away during our Back to the Books event. Teresa Shoemaker attended to accept the recognition on behalf of the cities and schools. In our consent agenda, under the personnel report, the board approved Lindsay McGee as the Dean of Students at Herget Middle School. In our information section, Dr. Brent Raby, Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, discussed a recap of summer school programming. The district continues to provide support to students at all levels to get each student on track for the next year. Summer school also provides hope to those students that fall behind and risk graduation. Ryan Abrahamson, our Director of Finance, presented the budget for the district and the Hope D. Wall School. The tentative budget needs to be approved and displayed for 20 days before the final can be approved. Angie Smith presented the McCleary Roof Project that will be covered under our ESSER funds. This roof was not originally on our capital needs list, but deteriorating conditions require expediting this project. Now moving on to our approval section, the board approved the public posting of the 2022-2023 tentative budgets to publish the date and the public hearings for the 2022-2023 tentative budget of September 19 of 2022. The board approved Greg Probst as the Board of Education Treasurer. So that's it for our board recaps for this summer. We look forward to starting off our board recaps for the 2022-2023 school year after our September meetings. Thanks for listening.